All right, boys. Round one of the 2025 to 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs is officially in the books, meaning it's time to predict round two.
What a way to start the playoffs. Lots of very exciting games took place over the past couple of weeks.
I can't wait to watch the Sixers play in the World Series.
Holy shit, Joe, go take your dementia pills.
Before we make our round two predictions, let's see how we all did with our first round predictions. In last place, we have George, who only went a measly 1 for 8 on outcomes, and for 1 on games for a total of 10 points. Donald is in fourth, going 3 for 8 on outcomes and 2 for 3 for games for a total of 40 points. Bill is in third, going 5 for 8 on outcomes, but for 5 for games for 50 points. Joe's in second, also going 5 for 8 on outcomes and 1 for 5 on games, giving him a 5-point lead over Bill for 55 total points. I went 7 for 8 for outcomes, 2 for 7 on games, and am in first with 80 points.
Bruh, Obama rigged the NHL to benefit him, just like the 2020 election.
I feel bad for George. That must be rough.
Yeah, I may start thinking with my dick like Bill. He might be onto something.
Don't knock it till you try it, bruh.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Remember, you now score 25 points for every correct guess you make. Starting in the East, we have the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Philadelphia Flyers.
Okay, let's all take a moment to appreciate the fact that I was spot on with Carolina sweeping the Senators.
I feel like that was a pretty obvious outcome, but whatever.
Well, George, if it was so obvious, then why did you pick Carolina in 5 for your prediction?
Despite it being a sweep, Ottawa managed to keep the game somewhat close. It was a very entertaining series, especially that Game 2 penalty shot in overtime, but the better team won in the end.
Sure, the Canes took care of Brady Tkachuk's inbred-looking ass as expected, but right now I want to take the time to hand these out to George, Bill, and Donald.
Now, what in tarnation is this?
Oh, what the hell, Joe? Are you kidding me? These better not be what I think they are.
These are official Philadelphia Flyers apology forms. You may fill them out at your leisure as we make our predictions, and I will be collecting them all at the end of our session.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, Joe. Your fuck-ass team and your classless fan base beat Crosby's rotten corpse and possibly sent old man Malkin into retirement. Let me throw you a parade real quick. I wouldn't even wipe my own ass with this bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, J-Dog. I ain't filling this shit out.
You all doubted the Flyers, and it came back to bite you in the ass. Vladar was an absolute stud in Game 6 with a 42-save shutout. Flyers won the Battle of Pennsylvania fair and square and have proven they're the superior Pennsylvania team.
You know what? Go ahead and speak your truth, King. I'd probably be acting like that, too, if my last cup title was in 1975.
Always stuck in the past, huh, Don? The future is now, old man. Ignite the orange.
Not gonna lie, low-key kind of knew the Pens were cooked when I saw Gritty beat the shit out of Iceberg and threw his corpse off the upper deck into the lower bowl.
Yeah, that shit was funny as fuck.
I am so proud of my country of Philadelphia.
Joe's out here acting like the Flyers weren't so close to getting the script flipped on them with a reverse sweep by the Pens.
Flip the script? More like played like shit. We let them win those 2 games. We had to instill false confidence before we kicked their ass and sent the big 3 to the retirement home. It's the Philly special.
Joe, your ancient ass has no room to talk about sending people to the retirement home, but it doesn't matter anyway. Philly's going to get clapped by the Hurricanes.
The Flyers-Penguins series was extremely entertaining, and what a statement win that was for Philly. But I agree with Donald that the Flyers will have a much harder time facing off against the Canes. It should be an interesting series, though, considering the fact that all 4 regular season matchups between these 2 teams ended in overtime.
Speaking of face-offs, let's not forget that Carolina struggled with face-offs the entire series against Ottawa. I agree that the Canes are a lot tougher of an opponent than the Pens, but Philly will use that weaknesses against them. Flyers will win the face-offs in the zone and start peppering Anderson with shots from the point to create...
I'm going to stop you right there, Joe. That shit ain't going to happen, especially consider the fact that the Flyers accumulated almost 100 penalty minutes in 6 games. Philly's PK unit are no match for the 4th best power play unit in the league. I got the Canes in 5.
You mean the same power play unit that went 1 for 9 on the man advantage in a game and only scored 2 power play goals the entire series against the 4th worst regular season PK in the league? That power play?
Joe brings up a good point. Carolina's power play didn't look as good as it did in the regular season. However, they may get more opportunities in the series because, like Donald said, the Flyers accumulated almost 100 penalty minutes against Pittsburgh.
Of course, my Flyers racked up a bunch of penalty minutes. We were playing our arch rivals. We'll beat you on the ice and in the parking lot. They'll be more disciplined against Carolina. It'll be a tough one, but I got the Flyers in 6.
I agree. Flyers will be more disciplined against Carolina. As for the Canes, I think their lack of power play success was due to how hard Ottawa played, not because they've fallen off. Plus, the Canes have the best PK this postseason. The Flyers will give the Hurricanes their first losses of the postseason, but at the end of the day, I got the Canes winning in a hard-fought 7-game series. Sorry, Joe, It was fun while it lasted, but I'm hopping off the Flyers bandwagon. The Canes are just too good.
Let's not forget that goaltending has been outstanding on both sides. However, I think playoff experience will be the determining factor in this one, and Carolina certainly has more of that. I got the Canes in 6.
I also got the Canes in 6 because their logo looks like something I can stick my dick in.
Okay, so Bill, George, Donald, and I got the Carolina Hurricanes, while Joe's got the Philadelphia Flyers. Next, we have the Buffalo Sabres versus the Montreal Canadiens.
Bill totally hit the mark with the Lightning and Canadiens. That was an exciting series to watch.
Yes, it was. Both teams played very well all throughout the series. Too bad only one of them could advance.
Yeah, it was an excellent series, but now the bum-ass Canadians have to play against the greatest NHL team in the Buffalo Sabres.
Not going to lie, seeing the Sabres win their first playoff series since George was in office was insane.
Another dub for the Don and MAGA Mafia, baby. Mayora helped the Sabres win their first playoff series in almost 20 years.
Definitely not the case, but whatever.
Barack, the Sabres have been an absolute dumpster fire for the past 2 decades. Then Ty Thompson wears one of my iconic red hats, and now they're in the Elite Eight just months later. It's not a coincidence, bro. Just accept the fact that the secret to winning the cup is by embracing the power of MAGA and the Don.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy.
Don't call me buddy.
I got to hand it to you, Don. You might actually be onto something here. Can't believe I'm saying this, but the Sabres look like a real contender against Boston, putting up 190 shots on Jeremy Swayman, averaging 3.33 goals per game. Meanwhile, Montreal, despite winning Game 7, only put 9 shots on net that entire game. I'm hopping on the Sabres bandwagon. I got the Sabres in 7.
Holy shit, speak your truth, King. Joe's out here spitting straight facts up in this bitch. Jakub Dobes won't be ready for the onslaught. I got the Sabres in 6. MAGA Mafia, stand the fuck up.
Well, while Buffalo looked great in the first round, their atrocious power play can't be ignored. Boston's PK wasn't all that good in the regular season, while being the second most penalized team, and yet the Sabres couldn't capitalize on that. Special teams will be the determining factor in this one. I really don't see Buffalo going far if they can't capitalize on the man advantage. I got the Canadiens in a hard-fought and exciting 7-game series.
The Buffalo Sabres are working close with the Baghdad Bills, and the fact they brought out Muhammad Josh Allen out of football to introduce the team proves my claim. As a true American patriot, I refuse to pick terrorists in my playoff bracket. I got the Canadiens in 6.
The strippers in Montreal are hotter than the strippers in Buffalo. Give me the Canadiens in 5.
Okay, so Bill, George, and I got the Montreal Canadiens, while Joe and Donald got the Buffalo Sabres. Moving on to the West, we have the Colorado Avalanche versus the Minnesota Wild.
Yet another sweep for the Don. Fuck you, Panarin, you fuck ass bum. That's what you get for leaving the Rangers.
Still sad to see Kopitar go out like that. Enough to make a grown man cry.
Hey, George, what was that you were saying about Dallas sweep?
I'm not even going to let you finish that question, Donald. I am not in the mood right now.
I thought it was your year, though. Whatever happened to that?
Newsflash, Tubby, you picked the Stars, winning the series too. I thought you had elite puck knowledge. Whatever happened to that?
Oh, well, you see,
And what was that you were saying about Quinn Hughes being too busy seeing ghosts? Buddy scored 2 in Game 6, including the series winner.
Okay, I apologize to Minnesota Wild. I wasn't familiar with your game, but now the Wild have to play against the best team in the league here in round 2.
Donald's right. The Wild now have to play against the league's best team. This series is shaping up to be an exciting one.
Minnesota's offense has been on an absolute tear so far this postseason, and against one of the best regular season defenses in the league. Now they're playing against the undisputed #1 defense.
The dictionary definition of an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object.
Minnesota's run against Dallas was mad impressive. I'll give them their flowers in that regard, but we're all forgetting about the fact that the Avs only let in 5 goals in the entire first round. I don't think the Wild will have an answer for Scott Wedgwood. I got the Avs in 6.
I'm not so sure about that, Don. Colorado seems to do very well during 5-on-5, but both their PP and PK, while not abysmal by any means, are definitely not as strong as one would think. Meanwhile, Minnesota have been pretty good on the man advantage this season. Also, I feel like if the President's trophy curse will take effect, it would be here. I got the Wild in a dramatic and exciting 7-game upset.
Holy shit, Barack, you and your Kenyan voodoo superstition.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
I don't really have a dog in this fight because I hate both teams, so just put me down for the Avs in 7 since I'm more pissed off at Minnesota, but I hope both teams fucking lose.
I got the Avalanche in 5 because their goalies' names are Blackwood and Wedgwood, and I love to Wedgwood my Blackwood into young and hot women.
Anyone want to guess who I got?
God, I really hope Colorado eliminates this fucking team.
Minnesota!
In 6.
Okay, so George, Bill, and Donald got the Colorado Avalanche, while Joe and I got the Minnesota Wild. And finally, we have the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Anaheim Ducks.
Knights just put their own tusk to ass against the sorry-ass Mammoth.
Tusk to ass reference is diabolical.
Bro, I love watching that guy crash out.
I can't believe Joe, of all people, was the one who actually correctly predicted the Ducks winning.
What can I say, Don? I know puck.
Hard to believe McDavid got eliminated in the first round. You think he'll ever win it all in Edmonton?
First, he loses the gold medal game to Team USA in the Olympics, then gets eliminated in the first round of the playoffs 3 months later.
Well, on the bright side, at least he's a Four Nations champion. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, the future looks pretty grim for McDavid and the Oilers, but that's a discussion to have during the offseason. Right now, we still have 8 teams battling it out for Lord Stanley.
The Ducks offense went on an absolute rampage against the Oilers. They're currently the highest scoring team this postseason, averaging over 4 goals a game.
You're giving the Ducks too much credit, George. Remember what you said about Edmonton downgrading their defense and goaltending? Yeah, we all know that Anaheim's offense is incredibly efficient, but we have to take into consideration that the Oilers' D was absolute dog water the entire series, and they had Connor Ingram in net.
Bill, your buddy Carter Hart was complete trash that whole series. The only reason why the Knights won anything was because he's playing behind a competent defense, and the fact that Utah doesn't have a single clutch player in their lineup. How do you only face 12 shots in a game and let 4 of them in?
Last time I checked, you just need to win 4 games in any fashion to advance. Doesn't matter how you perform as long as you have 4 dubs in the win column. And let's not sit here and pretend that Lucas Dostal is any better.
Knights didn't even win that game, but pop off Queen.
Hart versus Dostal is going to be the battle of trash versus garbage.
Yeah, the goaltending here looks rough, but both of these offenses have been absolutely electric in the postseason this far. But the Ducks' power play has been borderline unstoppable so far, going 50% on the man advantage. If the Ducks can capitalize on the power play and get pucks to the net on Hart, Ducks can win the series. I got Anaheim in 7 against Adolf Tortorella and the Vegas Golden Nazis.
Once again, the Stars fan brings up the Nazis.
Shut your trap, Donald. I hope you know those guys all got banned for life for doing that.
Credit to where credit is due. Anaheim's offense put on an absolute clinic in round 1, but like Bill said, it was against Edmonton's sorry-ass defense. Carter Hart aside, the Knights look more like a complete team playing against a competitive Utah team, and Anaheim's D is just too weak to handle it. I got the Knights in 5.
The power of Lightning McQueen will help the Duckies win against the Evil Knights. I got Anaheim in 6.
No matter the outcome, this should be a very high-scoring series, but in the end, there can only be one team to advance. You all bring up some good points, but I'm going to have to go with Vegas since they're the more complete team. I got the Knights in 6.
Anaheim's D is weak, and I ain't about that. Put me down for a night sweep.
Okay, so Bill, Donald, and I got the Vegas Golden Knights, while Joe and George got the Anaheim Ducks. And these were our predictions for the second round of the 2025 to 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs.
Let us know in the comments who you think got the most predictions right.
Also, let us know down in the comments what your predictions are.
And don't forget to subscribe.